light's not very good down here, but I'll turn on the light for you, or for me. I'll shine it. Well, we'll start with the washer and dryer.
Okay.
The sump pump, other than getting sewer backup from the shower stall here, the pump failed. And the same day my brother-in-law came in and replaced it. I believe that was on the list. He only charged me $100 for that. And that's in there. And I believe here's the owner's manual for the new one. He didn't give me a receipt. I just gave him $100 cash. The washer and dryer got damaged and ruined. This washer was just replaced.
Dryer.
The dryer, I'm sorry. Just got replaced a couple days ago. $400. I don't know if there was any installation charge, but here's the paperwork. This one has not been replaced yet. We're waiting to get the settlement money from the insurance company to do that. There's all kinds of clothes here that I believe my mom was storing and sorting out for my dad while he's in the hospital. All that stuff was floating and damaged, and we're gonna get rid of that stuff hopefully today. As far as the rest of the clothes, I'll start here. These clothes were all stored right here in this corner. And actually, I think I put down $1,000 on that. I would imagine it's going to be well beyond that. My son alone had 15 of those affliction shirts, and they were $60 a piece. And I know he did because I bought them all from over the last couple of years. They're in here. There was probably at least 20-25 pair of jeans that are in there, maybe times $40-50 a piece. Plus all the general clothes. There were some suits and stuff that I've already thrown out. They were on the floor of this closet over here that I did a lot of storing there, and that's where also where some of the shoes were. I think there was 4 or 5 suits that I threw out at $100 a suit, which is probably on the cheap side. That's $500 for just the suits alone. But let me explain to you. I did try to do a load. We went to the, now this stuff has been sitting here, by the way, since this happened. It's taking way too long, so this stuff is probably already mildewing, and it needs to go, and that's why I'm recording this, so that I can get it out of here today. I did attempt to do a load at the laundromat last week sometime. Some of the smell was still there. I didn't feel like washing it 10 times. Some of the smell was there, but the stuff that I didn't understand, it was this film and grit on them. And I couldn't understand why it was like a milky cloud. And then days later I realized that it was when the basement flooded about 1.5 feet, by the way, maybe up to here. And I realized that all the clothes were stored on this area here, this corner. And I realized that there was paint stored here by my dad. And it was all floating. You can see some was still on the floor. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Floating, they were sideways with the lids were off, and all this stuff is a mixture of water and paint that settled on all this clothes. So this clothes is garbage, and I'm throwing it out today. As far as the electronic stuff, I did show you that I was in, actually my son and I were in a carpet cleaning business. This is a Mighty M2 DX2, something like that model. I paid $2,000 for this machine. I bought it off Craigslist. There was a listing on a guy, I don't know where it was. I want to say almost at Falls or somewhere a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And I drove out there and paid him in cash. And it was $2,000, I believe, brand new. He had just bought it for actually his son. His son used it one time. Wanted nothing to do with the carpet cleaning business, so I bought it. He paid $2,500 for it. I paid him $2,000 for it, and this thing was full of water up to here. And it's no good. I tried ruining it, tried plugging it in, and it made a horrible sound, and there was nothing but water coming out of the vent. So I didn't want to get electrocuted, so I left it alone, and it's going in the trash today. Here's a couple of the TVs that I put on the list. One is a Hitachi 34-inch, I believe that is, 32, 34-inch, I believe that is. I put the price on the, I don't know what I put on the price. But you have it listed. I emailed to you. I believe it was, I don't know, 1,400 bucks or something like that. Here's the other Magnavox TV. You saw the remote outside in the bag. I believe that was 1,200 or 1,300 bucks. There is a Xbox console game. I believe I already threw that actual console game away, but here's one of the games that got completely soaked and it's no good. Is the drum set that has to be put together and all that stuff, and I believe that was like 300 or 400 bucks. There's a radio that was on the down here. That is in Emerson. It's been here for a while, probably 3, 4, 5 years. I would imagine that costs about 100 bucks. There's a computer that I believe my mom paid $600 for. There's a Dell. This, just until the other day when I moved it from over there to here, was still full of water inside and it reeks of sewer. So that's going in the trash today. There is the printer that I put on the computer. I don't know what I listed it for, maybe a couple $100 bucks. We got the TV. I'm sure you were wondering. You told me you sent me an email. I don't have a computer. And you were questioning some of the items in one of the receipts. I'm sure one of them was this, because I probably would wonder what it is. This is the I had a car dealership for many years, and this I bought from, believe it or not, a door-to-door salespeople that went from all the car lots selling this product. It's $800, and it's a ozone blaster. You put this inside a car that smells like cigarettes or spoiled milk. You leave it inside for 24 hours. The next day, this smell is gone. And I distinctly remember paying $800 for this unit, and it worked wonderful. And I just tried plugging it in, and nothing works. Here's the other computer. This is the Gateway quad core. This is a real good computer. I believe I put down $1,400 on the list. This is the item that you actually brought up over our last phone conversation and told me that I needed to go to Best Buy and get some proof. I called them. They can't help me. I don't have any paperwork. I don't know who keeps receipts for everything they buy. I certainly don't. But I do remember the computer itself might have not been $1,400, but the total was, because I bought a Office Word, Microsoft Office program that I use to design these flyers that I use for the carpet cleaning business. That was almost 200 bucks. I bought a Norton internet safety antivirus stuff that was installed. It was almost $200. He optimized the computer for me when I bought it. They claimed that they take out some unwanted files and make it faster. That was done at the point of sale. That was another $99, I believe. So total with all those stuff, I did pay probably over $1,400 for this. Here's the monitor that went with it. Actually, if you can see, this was, I believe, here when I flooded. You can still see some of the water line on it. Here's the keyboard that went with it. The monitor, I'll have to refer to my list to see what I put on it. I believe it was 250 bucks or something like that. And did we get this TV already? I think we got this TV already.
Got it all.
So basically, I don't know what else to, I did cover the sump pump, that was fixed. So basically all the stuff, was down here the way you see it, placed the way you see it when it flooded. This was covered in water most of that first day until the pump had enough, like 6-8 hours to pump all this water out. The couch was wet. We're going to throw that out too. You can see the water line, some of it right here maybe. You can see that. This smells. We're throwing that out. These things I believe were okay. They were on top of the couch. So basically that's it. If I can think of anything or you have any more questions, you have my number. It's 440-654-3116. And I believe you're coming here tomorrow around 1:30. I'm going to go ahead and post this now and give you some kind of link on this on the email so you can watch this video. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.